All right, welcome to Windows Firewall Part 2. In this lesson, like I said on Part 1, you will be able to know how to access and configure the Windows Firewall using the Settings menu in the Control Panel. You will also be able to configure the firewall through the command line interface and also through the PowerShell utility. Okay, there's two different ways you can access the firewall. One is through the Settings feature of Windows, and one is through the Control Panel. Now, the Settings feature, you want to left click and you see this little gear wheel right here. This is the settings feature that Windows wants you to use. This is the new way of using Windows instead of using Control Panel. Not a lot of things that are in the Control Panel are in here, but every day they're trying to add something from the Control Panel to eventually there will be no Control Panel. Okay, so whenever you make any adjustments to your computer or any kind of configuration you do to your user account, this is usually how you want to go through and go to and get to it. We go to Network and Internet and select Windows Firewall, and this is the firewall feature that comes up. Now the old-fashioned way to get to it through the Control Panel is you can type in Firewall in the search function, and Windows Defender Firewall Control Panel will come up. There's also one for advanced features that may come up. You don't want to do the advanced features yet. That's something else that we will go through. But for right now, for this lesson, we're only going to worry about the Control Panel. The Windows security settings and the Windows Defender Firewall do have a lot of similarities. The menus are just set up a little differently. So what we have here over in the Control Panel, which I'm more used to than the actual settings menu, it has a little bit of a status view on the actual firewall. Over here, it's a little bit more spread out, and you actually have to look for some things, which it's fine. Basically, it has the Windows Defender Firewall is on, and over here, of course, it's saying it's on for all three networks, which is the domain network, a private network, and a public network. So when with Windows Enterprise and pretty much all the Windows, they show a domain network, a private network, and a public network. Now, the only active network that's on this computer right now is the private network, which is active. All right, and there's no difference between active and connected. So if you're connected, you're active. If you're active, you're connected to the internet. Then we have incoming connections. Basically, over here it tells you that it blocks all connections to apps that are not on the list and allowed apps. So there's actually a list, like I talked about in the first part of this lecture, and this is where you manage the list, is in this applet or on this Windows security settings. And I think that's it for now. So what we're going to do is I'm going to wrap this lecture up for this one, and I want you to continue on to part 3, and then we'll go ahead and look into some of these settings here and see exactly what we can do to actually add an application to the firewall. Okay?